Hi, it's Dwyer, GamblersAdvisory.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Let's talk about the fight taking place at middleweight between champion Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and challenger Peter Manfredo. Now, let me just say, Manfredo has only been knocked out twice in his career. And I believe that those two knockouts are the secret to this fight. He got stopped by Joe Calzaghe. He had problems against Calzaghe handling his pressure, right? Calzaghe backs him up to the ropes. Manfredo, who's a technical fighter, couldn't keep up with the punches. He didn't have enough to keep Joe off of him, right? Calzaghe then overwhelmed him. The referee jumped in and stopped the fight. It wasn't that Manfredo was hurt. It was that he was overwhelmed. The second stoppage was Sakio Bika. Same type thing, only a little bit different. Rather than come in with quick slap-type punches, Sakio Bika came in with hooks. Again, he's another pressure fighter. He applied the pressure, predominantly hooks. Manfredo had nothing to keep Bika off of him. He wilted under the pressure, right? I believe that if Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fights the same fight that he fought against Sebastian Zabik, I believe the same thing is going to happen. I don't believe that Manfredo has enough to keep the bigger Chavez Jr. off of him. Don't get fooled by the weights. I know Manfredo was fighting at 168 pounds. I know that Chavez Jr. fights at 160. Chavez Jr. is much bigger than his listed weight. He's one of those guys who between the weigh-in and the day of the fight gains an inordinate amount of weight. And let me point out that Chavez Jr. is very aggressive in coming inside. Fighting inside is a skill very few do. Chavez Jr. is one of those guys who knows how to do it. Against Sebastian Zabik, quite frankly, he beat a technically superior fighter by just overpowering him inside. I expect him to do the same thing to Peter Manfredo. Let's also remember, too, I know Manfredo did well in the Contender Series, but go back a few years and refresh your recollection and ask yourself who was the pressure fighter in the Contender Series, right? Manfredo does better against fighters like Alfonso Gomez and Sergio Mora, who are also chess players, who are also highly technical, right? He doesn't do as well against fighters who can come inside and smother him with punches. I believe that's exactly what Chavez Jr. is going to do. Not surprisingly, the casinos have this one right. They have Chavez Jr. as a 6-1 favorite in this one. I don't think the fight is that close. I think Chavez Jr. dominates. I'll be surprised if this fight goes the distance. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube. Visit us at GamblersAdvisory.com. Thanks for watching.